Have you ever had that weird feeling in your chest? It's like something is wrong, but no one can tell you. It's like the world around you seems normal, but on the inside, something is about to fall apart. Archangel Michael revealed something very powerful to me. It wasn't easy for me to understand. It's about the person you love hiding a truth that could change everything you believe about your relationship. And the most shocking part is that there are only 12 minutes left before this truth comes to light. But before we continue with this message, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now is a good time to subscribe. This helps us keep making content that has a big impact on people like you. Now take a deep breath. What I'm about to reveal to you may be upsetting. It may even confuse your feelings. But it may also be the start of a new cycle, where you finally understand everything that has been silent until now. The scene the angels showed me starts quietly. A room, a lost look, a phone in hand, and a decision about to be made. The person you love, who may have shown you affection, presence, and sweet words, is overwhelmed by emotions they can't control. They are hiding something from you. It's not because they're malicious, but because they're afraid. They might be afraid of losing the relationship they have built with you. They are afraid of facing their own truth. They are afraid of how this will affect their life. It's easy to think that when someone lies, they are deliberately betraying you. But sometimes the most dangerous lies are the ones we tell ourselves. That's what's happening here. This person is living in a fantasy. They are trying to keep everything under control, but inside, they are consumed by feelings of guilt and remorse. I know. You trusted them. You opened your heart. You gave them your time, your attention, and your trust in that feeling. After hearing this, you might be wondering, what exactly is being hidden from me? Maybe it's not as simple as that. It could be an old relationship that was never emotionally ended. It could be a promise that was not kept. This person may have made a choice that could have changed your relationship, but you didn't know about it. The most impressive thing is that your body already knew. Your instincts and sensitivity. You felt strange looks, words exchanged in haste, and sudden changes in behavior. But you wanted to believe. You wanted to trust. You wanted to believe them because you've always been honest. And here, at this exact point, Archangel Michael appears. He assures me that this revelation is not meant to destroy you. It will set you free. It's more painful to live in doubt and mistrust than to face the truth. Before you continue with the message, write this mantra in the comments. I deserve to know the truth. Now let's continue with the message. You will notice something different in the coming days. It might be something small, like not saying anything for a long time, or a comment that seems unimportant, but it will be true. That's when you'll need to stand your ground. The angels are here to help you stay calm and think clearly. This will help you make decisions based on self-love and respect, not pain. There's a story that Archangel Michael showed me, and it might be similar to your experience. A woman who was strong, loyal, and devoted lived with a man who said he loved her. He was kind, present, and made plans for the future, but something felt off. There always seemed to be a piece missing from the puzzle. She tried to ignore the signs, but she couldn't. One day, she learned that he was leading a double life, and that his past was still affecting their relationship. The pain she felt that day was very intense. She cried until she was exhausted and no longer believed in herself. But in that moment of falling, she also got up. She realized that her value didn't come from someone else's loyalty or decisions. She decided right then and there that she would no longer accept half-truths. She knew that in a relationship, silence should never be an excuse to hide important things. And then something magical happened. She not only rebuilt herself, but also attracted a true, honest love that came later. When the truth comes out, everything that isn't true must come out too. Maybe this is your journey now. The lie isn't just a fact. It shows that the person is afraid of losing you. But remember, true love can't last if it's built on lies. The angels tell me that you have a right to the truth, even if it's painful. You are not alone. There are greater forces surrounding you right now, getting ready to reveal something important. There are only a few minutes left, and when the truth comes out, it will come out with force, but it will also come with healing. The truth gives you back power over your life, even if it's painful. It makes you feel sure. It gives you real choices. It helps you make decisions more clearly. And most importantly, the angels are preparing something new for you. This is something that can only come about when what was hidden is revealed. This new thing could help people trust each other again, if that person is honest. Or it could be a new path, lighter, truer, and far from lies. But that's up to you. This is the moment when everything changes. When the veils fall, you will see what is really happening with your soul. Are you ready for this? Archangel Michael keeps giving me important information, and what I'm about to tell you may be the key to understanding what's going on. The pain you feel right now, the anguish that tightens your chest as if something is about to explode, is not an illusion. It's real. You have a deeper connection with this person than you realize, which is why you feel like something is being hidden. But there is something even stronger: your ability to understand the truth, even when it is not spoken. That's when everything starts to change. Before we continue with this message, write 111 in the comments to call for divine protection and clear revelations. This makes it easier to focus on the truth. Archangel Michael showed me a vision of someone standing in front of a mirror, looking at themselves and feeling guilty. They have thought about telling you everything. They've practiced what they're going to say, but they can't. They are not afraid of your reaction, but of the shame they feel when admitting what they have done. It may not be a physical betrayal. Sometimes the worst betrayals are emotional. You're keeping your feelings, conversations, and choices hidden, even though they directly affect what you have, and you're not saying anything about it. And you felt it. You noticed the empty looks, the change in tone of voice, and the sudden lack of displays of affection. That good morning that used to come from the heart now sounds mechanical. The physical presence is still there, but the emotional presence seems to have gone away. No matter how hard you try to stay balanced, your soul screams, something is wrong. And it is. But the angels are telling me to tell you something. This revelation will not be the end. It will be a point of liberation. You need to know this. This will help you make the right decision for you. What you are about to experience is a turning point. There are only a few minutes left before this truth is revealed. It might be an unexpected conversation, a message you find by chance, a spontaneous confession, or even a dream that seems too real. The important thing is that you are already being prepared to face all of this with strength. But now I need to tell you a true story. A woman, just like you, felt something was wrong for months. Her partner acted in a way that was both loving and distant. One day, she saw something on his phone without meaning to. It wasn't the content that destroyed her. It was the confirmation of what she already knew. She didn't scream or cry in front of him. She looked at herself in the mirror and said, "I deserve so much better than this." That night, she slept alone. For the first time in a long time, she felt pain and relief at the same time. The pain of discovery. The relief of no longer being trapped in an illusion. Today, this woman lives in peace. It wasn't because everything ended perfectly, but because she chose herself. She decided to stop being part of a lie. You can do the same. Your truth sets us free. But remember, not all truths are destructive. Sometimes it rebuilds. Sometimes, after a person comes forward with information, there's healing, there's forgiveness, there's a reunion. When the mask comes off and the other person chooses to be honest, a new foundation can be built, this time a true one. But for that to happen, someone needs to have the courage to look you in the eye and say, "I was wrong." Your loved one still has the courage inside them. That's why the angels ask you, don't lose your peace while waiting for it. Live your life as yourself. Before you commit to a relationship, commit to being loyal to yourself. You may be wondering, should I talk to this person? The answer is not simple. When you're angry, confrontation only pushes people away. But when you do it with clarity and self-love, it brings light. If you feel like you need to ask something, go for it. But not in a desperate way, but with dignity. Show that you know, that you feel. You are ready to handle any answer. Remember, no one can lie forever. Archangel Michael is making sure that this person is in situations that force them to speak. The next 12 hours will be very important. Something will come to light, something unexpected. You will be ready. The angels are on your side. It will protect you from pain and help you overcome it with strength. This truth will not bring you down. It will teach you. You will come out of this feeling stronger, more aware, and more complete. But now, take a breath. The most important moment is coming. When it arrives, you will remember this message. You will know that it was no coincidence that you heard all of this today. You will understand that it was the universe preparing your soul to flourish, not break. If this message resonated with you, and you feel that it speaks to your current experiences, consider supporting this mission. Even a small action, like clicking the button, can have a huge impact. It helps keep this chain of light and truth alive, and it has touched thousands of hearts. Something is about to break the silence. You will feel it before it happens. Right now, as you listen to this, that person is having inner conflict. The angels tell me that this conflict has reached its limit. What was once just hidden tension is now turning into despair inside her. She is not well. She tries to look calm on the outside, but on the inside, she's going through a lot. Do you remember that strange behavior you noticed? The unexplained absences, the distant gaze, the automatic responses. None of it was your imagination. It was a sign that this person tried to hide, but now it's clear. Archangel Michael has shown me that this person will come looking for you. It won't be an easy way to start a conversation. It will be a difficult move, full of feelings like guilt, fear, and need. She can't live with this secret any longer. When that happens, you need to be ready. Because she may not come with the whole truth right away. They might test the waters first. They might start with a casual message or an unassuming comment. But the main goal will be to end the silence. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe before we continue with the message. This helps us keep making content that matters to you. Now, let's continue with the message. The angels showed me that this person has had dreams about you recently. They had such intense dreams that when they woke up, they weren't sure if it had really happened. This upset them. No matter how much they try to deny or hide their feelings, these dreams bring up everything they have tried to forget. She may have become more distant, but she never really stopped caring. There's something about you that bothers her. That's why this person is afraid. I'm afraid you'll discover the truth and lose her. You're afraid that, if she talks about it, you won't be able to forgive her. She's afraid that what she has hidden is too big to be repaired. But the angels tell me that there is a greater force at work. I'm making this truth come out. And the way it will happen may surprise you. It could be a conversation that someone has about something on a whim, a way of speaking that shows what was hidden, or even someone else saying what she tried to keep secret. The universe has already decided that the truth will come out. You may not realize it now, but you are being protected. Every pain you have felt up to this point has been worth it. It was a sign. It's painful to realize you've been lied to, but that pain is the first step to healing. I remember a story about a woman who thought she knew everything about the person she lived with. She was committed, always there, and did everything to make the relationship work. But something started to bother her. Little lies, confusing stories, and unexplained absences. She tried to ignore it and not make a big deal out of it, but then she found a letter. This is not a love letter, but a goodbye letter. It was a message that wasn't intended for her, but it revealed a secret life her partner had been leading for years. It was as if the ground had disappeared. She cried, she rebelled, she wanted to go back in time. But then she took a breath. She realized that everything she felt but couldn't prove was real. Her gut feeling was right. And what seemed like the end was the beginning of her recovery. Today, she says that discovering her identity was the most painful, but also the most rewarding experience of her life. You might be at that point right now. It's a mix of pain and freedom. Between lies and clarity, the angels want you to know that the truth is coming, not to hurt you, but to give you back your clarity, to pull you out of a bad mood, to remind you how much you deserve to be truly loved, without secrets. There's something important you need to know. This person thinks about you more than they say. Despite the fear and resistance, they most want to explain themselves, but they don't know how to start. They don't know if you'll still be willing to listen. They don't know if it's already too late. Maybe it is, or maybe it isn't, but that choice is yours to make. You have the power to decide what to do when you realize this. You can listen, you can forgive, you can start over, or you can move on. With your head held high and your heart clear. But most of all, you need to remember, you deserve the truth. Always. If this message touched your heart and you feel that this truth is approaching your life, consider supporting this chain of light by clicking "Thank you." This simple gesture helps keep this mission alive and allows more people to receive messages that awaken, heal, and strengthen. And once again, the angels ask me to remind you, the moment is coming. It won't be easy, but it will be necessary. You will discover what you need to know. When that happens, you will remember that you have been supported from the beginning. Have you ever noticed how suddenly that person's name appears in random places? It's like the universe is trying to remind you of something you don't yet fully understand. Archangel Michael shows me that this is no coincidence. These are signs, small reminders from the spiritual world to help you get ready. The truth is getting closer and closer. You need to be emotionally ready to hear and feel what to do. The angels tell me that this person is restless. The secret she hides is not just a fact, it's a burden. This burden is becoming too much to bear. Every day, she feels more and more guilty. Even if she tries to smile, work, or act like everything is normal, nothing feels the same. There's something inside her that just won't quit, something that wants to be set free. And that something is the truth. You already know it deep down. Now imagine this. A person wakes up in the middle of the night with her heart beating very fast. She had a dream that felt so real that she woke up gasping, almost in panic. In the dream, you found out everything. You looked her in the eyes and said, "I already knew." She didn't know what to say. She just felt your absence, your pain, and your departure. That fear made her wake up. This kind of dream has been happening over and over again. This person's spiritual energy is becoming disorganized. Even when you don't say anything, lying can create cracks in a relationship. Now, these cracks are starting to show. You can see it in her eyes. In the quiet moments that used to be relaxing, but now are not. In the attitudes that don't seem to fit. The gestures that used to be natural now seem like they're being done on purpose. Archangel Michael wants to warn you, don't be fooled by appearances. This person may be trying to act as if everything is fine. They may even show more affection, compliments, and displays of affection. But maybe this is an unconscious attempt to feel better about what they did. They know you are getting closer to the truth. When that happens, everything will change. It feels like there isn't enough time. There are only a few symbolic minutes left before this revelation happens. It may seem like an exaggeration, but the angels say there is a spiritual urgency involved. This truth cannot be delayed much longer. I'll tell you about a woman who came to me after hearing a similar revelation. She had spent months feeling that something was wrong. Her partner was there, but he seemed distant. She tried to justify it by saying it was because she was stressed, working too much, and having problems. One day, she found out that he was secretly talking to someone from his past. There was no real betrayal, but the emotional betrayal had already happened. She felt like she had been ripped from the ground. The pain was from the lie and from the time she spent not trusting herself. But that same day, She decided something. She would not waste another minute of her life on an illusion. That was the moment things changed. She grew stronger. She made a firm decision. She told him she knew everything. She didn't need any more explanations. From then on, her priority would be to rebuild herself. He tried to justify himself, asked for forgiveness, and cried. But she didn't look back. Today, she doesn't feel angry. She feels peaceful. And maybe you need to hear this now. You too can have peace. Even if you're confused, sad, or angry today, the angels are preparing for this truth to be revealed in an unavoidable way. When it happens, you can react with pain or act with awareness. This choice will determine your path from here on out. But one thing is certain, you are not alone. There's a spiritual force guiding you. Archangel Michael is standing in front of you, breaking the ties that have held you back from trust and confidence. When someone finally looks you in the eye and reveals what they've been hiding, you'll notice something different. It won't just be pain. It will also be a relief. The truth, even when it's painful, can also make you free. You deserve someone who will always be honest with you, who doesn't hide. People who make excuses are not living life to the fullest. Maybe that person can change. When they see how serious you are, they might tell the truth. Maybe not. The angels want me to ask you a question. They want to know if you're ready to make your own choices, no matter what the other person does. That is the key to everything. If this message speaks to you and you think others should hear it too, please support this work by clicking on the thank you button. Your support helps us continue to share these messages of light with people who, like you, are searching for clarity and true love. Now let your heart feel this truth. Archangel Michael is protecting you. The moment when everything is going to be revealed is about to happen. It's not a disaster, but a necessary break between pain and healing. Your truth is coming. What is about to happen can change everything. The angels tell me that the moment you have been feeling so strongly is about to come true. It will no longer be just a suspicion, but a confirmation. The truth will not only be expressed in words, it will also be seen in the look on his face, the way he gestures, and the silence that, this time, will be impossible to ignore. The person you love will not be able to keep lying to themselves for much longer. If you feel this way, it's a sign that God has heard your prayer. I'm giving you more information because you asked for it. You asked for peace. You asked that if there was something hidden, it would come to light. And now that is happening. Archangel Michael shows me a dense energy around her, as if she's being pushed to make a decision. This decision may not be clearly explained. It may be shown by a sudden withdrawal, a big change in behavior, or even a confession full of guilt. But the truth can no longer be avoided. You will remember this moment. It will be about what she says and what you feel. When the truth is told, the soul feels it. It doesn't need proof or justification. Everything inside you simply recognizes, that was it. Then, the decision changes hands. From that moment on, you will be the one to decide what happens next. And now, Archangel Michael shows me something even stronger. He says that no matter what is about to happen, you need to remember who you are. The pain of discovery can be so intense that it can destroy you, but the angels want you to be strong. This pain is not meant to destroy you, but to rebuild you. You know that feeling of being tricked? It hurts when you doubt your own worth, not because of someone else's mistake. But the angels insist, you are too valuable to accept less than the best. You are worthy of the truth. Even if the truth is painful, it can also help heal. After the confession, there will be a moment of silence. A moment when time seems to stop. When eyes meet and words aren't needed, something deep will happen to you at that moment. You might feel like screaming. Another part of you will want to cry. But there's another, smarter part of you that will just understand. You no longer need to feel this way. You no longer have to make excuses for something that has been obvious for a long time. Because the truth is now in front of you. This will make you feel better. Doubt is worse than pain. That's where the change starts. You will realize that you are much stronger than you thought. You can handle truths that you thought were impossible. You can choose what you want for your life, including whether to forgive, walk away, or rebuild. The angels say that there is no right or wrong answer. There is your truth. What your heart says when everything around you is silent. It's important to listen to your inner voice. Maybe that person will regret it. They might cry, beg, and say they didn't mean to hurt you. Maybe they will say they hid everything to protect you, or out of shame or fear. That might be true, but right now, what matters is how you feel. This story has always been important to you too. For a while, you might put the other person's feelings before your own. You tried to hold on to something that was no longer whole. You gave yourself, even when the other person didn't do the same. But now it's different. You have been brought here to regain your dignity. You will make your decision with dignity. Archangel Michael wants you to understand something important. When you choose yourself, the whole universe changes. New doors open. New opportunities are coming. New relationships are formed. The love you give to yourself is the kind of love you attract. This moment of realization may feel like the end of a story. This is actually the start of a time when you will be a priority in your own life. If you need support or strength during this process, know that you're always supported by this spiritual family. This network of light and energy will strengthen you and not judge you. Messages like this are like a hug on the most difficult days. If this message has made you feel stronger, clearer, or more hopeful, and you want to support this mission, click the thank you button. It's a way to help others who are going through hard times and need to remember who they are. Now take a deep breath. You are almost done with this process. The truth is already close to you. After that, you will never be the same. And you know what's even more beautiful? You will realize that, even in the face of pain, there's a kind of peace that only the truth can bring. From now on, you will be guided by this peace. Now that the truth has come out, the silence that used to hurt has turned into a new kind of silence. This silence calms, heals, and reorganizes everything inside. It's as if, after a storm, the air is beginning to feel light again. You are at a point where the tears no longer hurt as much, but they flow as if they're washing your soul. You feel closer to angels than ever before. Archangel Michael shows me a soft light surrounding your energy field. This light is soft and gentle. It does not force itself upon you. It only gently touches the spaces in your heart that have been hurt. Now that you have faced what you needed to know, a new phase begins. A time when you can finally breathe deeply without feeling uncertain. Even if you're still feeling sensitive, there's something new growing inside you. A strength you might not have realized you had. This strength didn't come from pain. It came from your choice to keep going, even when it seemed like everything was falling apart. To keep believing that it's worth it to know the truth, even if it's not comfortable. To continue living with pride, even when you feel like hiding. And this is where I want to invite you. Not just another group. Not to a network of ready-made phrases. But there's something even more important. Our spiritual family. Yes, family. Here, your comment will be seen as more than just another opinion. Here, you will be part of a group of people who, like you, have had life-changing experiences and have chosen to speak up about them. People who understand that sharing is healing. It's not a sign of weakness to talk about what you've been through. It's a sign of courage. Healing involves listening and being heard. Please share your story in the comments. That memory still hurts. That truth set you free. That moment when you thought you couldn't handle it, but you did. Your experience may be exactly what someone else is looking for. What did you learn from this message? What happened inside you when you heard these words? How did your soul react when you learned the truth? Share it. Here, we don't just build a channel. We build trust, support, faith, love. Here you have space. Here you are heard. Here, we accept you for who you are. And more than that, here you are reminded every day that you are not alone. The angels show me that you are already closely connected to this spiritual family. Even if you've never been here before, you feel at home. Here, there are no masks or judgments. People accept this. This changes everything. Have you ever kept things to yourself because you were afraid of looking weak? Have you ever held back tears in front of others to make them feel better? Have you ever smiled on the outside, even though you were screaming on the inside? It's time to stop doing this by yourself. The angels say that now is the time for rebuilding. And rebuilding does not mean pretending that nothing happened. It means taking a look at the pieces that are left, picking up each one carefully, and putting together a new version of yourself. This new version will be stronger, more calm, and more aware of who you are and what you deserve. And you know what's even more beautiful? You don't have to rush. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Here, you can go at your own pace and do it your way. No pressure, with lightness. With the truth, because every wound heals at its own pace. You are exactly where you need to be. Not before, not after. What matters now is that you are alive. You are a feeling. That's a miracle. Archangel Michael smiles when he says that you are ready for something new. After everything you have been through, something more real is coming your way. It may be a more genuine love. It may be an unexpected friendship. It may be a reconnection with someone you once loved. But what will come will be pure, light, and honest. Because now you won't settle for anything less than you deserve. And the angels will continue to guide you. In every step. In every choice. This is true at the start of every new chapter. You are part of something very special now. Something that is above circumstances. A group of people who have chosen to turn pain into something positive. So with all my love, I ask you, comment below what this message has done for you. What you have learned. What you felt. What do you want for your future? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to keep going. And remember, this is not just a virtual space. It is a spiritual home. It is a place where people can speak their minds. Where those who suffer are welcomed. Those who no longer believe find the strength to keep going. You are now part of this. You are part of our spiritual family. If you know someone who needs this message, share it with them. Sometimes, all a person needs to keep going is to know that someone else has been through the same thing and survived. You survived, you overcame it. Now you can thrive. The truth has come. This will cause something inside you to change forever. You might still feel pain, feel a tightness in your chest, and have questions. But there is something stronger now. It's clear, but you have to know what you're looking for. You deserve to experience a love that is clear and certain. Archangel Michael shows me that, spiritually, there has been a big change in the way you think and feel. You used to have emotional patterns that kept you in relationships where you needed to prove your worth. That time is over. You don't need to lie anymore. You no longer doubt. Now it's time to make a choice. Yours. The person who has upset you so much is dealing with a very difficult situation inside. Yes, they still love you. Yes, they miss you. But the angels make clear that love is not enough when you don't have the courage to be honest. Right now, they want to be with you, but fate has put you at a spiritual crossroads. You can either continue with those who have hidden the truth from you, or continue on your current path. There's no right or wrong here. People are aware of this. There is emotional maturity. The most important thing is self-love. If you used to accept less to maintain the connection, now you understand that the connection that really matters is with your peace. From now on, what happens in your life should make it better, not worse. You need to care, not manipulate. You need to be clear, not mysterious. The angels tell me something powerful. People who lie are afraid. Those who choose to be honest will find love. Look at that person with compassion. But look at yourself with even more compassion. Because you were always honest and open, even when the other person didn't have the courage to do the same. That is a good thing. It's not a sign of weakness. It means that you loved with purity. Now you can decide what to do with all of this. Maybe that person will come back to you. Maybe they will apologize. Perhaps they will say they have learned something. change their ways, or realize something. It may even be true. The angels ask you to use discernment. They want you to trust your feelings more than what you hear, because words can be misleading. Vibrations don't. You will definitely feel it if it's true. But before you make any decisions, take a breath. You don't have to make any decisions today. You don't have to start over now. Forgiveness doesn't have to happen right away. All of that will happen eventually. But there's something you need to start now: emotional freedom. The kind that doesn't depend on other people. The kind that can stand on its own, even after falling from a great height. The kind that creates a new future based on your own beliefs. Because you deserve it, because you fought. Because you didn't give up, even when no one saw your pain. Now is the time to heal. It's time to look in the mirror and recognize the woman who survived the illusion and is now ready for something much greater. It's time to stop lying to yourself. This includes the lies you tell other people and the lies you tell yourself to keep going. Those excuses we make in our heads. Those "it'll get better" messages that never came. Those "it wasn't that bad" thoughts hid the real pain. You don't have any of that stuff anymore. You are ready to start a new chapter in your life. And yes, it will be different. From now on, you will choose based on what you have and not on what you don't have. If you feel nostalgic, doubtful, or fragile along the way, remember that you belong here. You have a spiritual home. You have a family that welcomes you, even if you're far away, even if you don't say anything. Many people here have also decided to speak up about their pain. Here, where real stories heal one another. Here, your experience can help someone who is going through the same things you went through. So write in the comments now: "I am strong enough to live the truth that sets me free." This phrase has power. It energetically seals your liberation. It becomes a new normal in your life. It shows the universe that you are ready to live with a sense of completeness and commitment. If you can relate to this message in your own life, please share your thoughts in the comments. I am strong enough to live a truth that sets me free. Share your experiences in the comments. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to the channel so you can see more great content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.